The mess you see behind me is indicative of how exactly I feel right now. What's going on, guys? I am tired. Let me tell you about it. So, I can't go too far into details. I don't normally like to go into details about my work, but they've been pulling me for some random schedules. And that has been pretty exhausting, so much to the point that I have literally not had any personal time at home to pretty much do anything. The most I did was make a spare one of these so that I had, where'd it go? So that I could put my OG one over here with equal lengths, but we'll go over that in a little bit because I'm going to cover that anyway. So, just a quick couple of things. I don't want to make this a long video. Number one, there will be no Healed by the Blood this week because, as I just literally said 2 seconds ago, the mess you see behind me is indicative of how I feel. I have literally had no personal time to do anything, including coming up with what I want to talk about. So, tired out of my mind. There's more to that, by the way. But my schedule is so wonky right now. The only thing that I can really do is just kind of play video games and kind of go back to that so that I can at least relax a little bit. The only thing I really know for certain is that tomorrow I'm needed in Austin. Mixed up my days. Day after tomorrow I'm needed in Austin. Tomorrow is a day off, and I'm going to use it to game instead. I'm going to use it to play some Overwatch because I've actually been enjoying some Overwatch Classic when I have had like 2 seconds to play. I've literally had nothing more than like half an hour, but we'll go over that again in a bit. So, no Healed by the Blood. I haven't had time to think of a subject. I haven't had time to think of any matter like that. So, number two, that has to do with my schedule. I've also been battling congestion. I got sick again. How this works, I just don't know. I got over it, and then literally like a few weeks later, I get the same thing. I nipped it in the bud with some Tylenol Severe cold and flu, so at the very least, I was able to stay relatively healthy. But this is what leads to the third thing, my job being wonky. So I work security, private security. All of us need to be licensed. We're having issues with some of our officers where I am the flex officer that they call when other officers either call out or whatever not. I'm not mentioning names or anything like that, so I don't want to affiliate with the company directly, but the point is this. We've had a lot of that. That's why I've been so tired. That's why I've been so busy. That's why I literally cannot do a thing. Now, I am covering for schools. So that means morning time shifts. And then because I already had a previously set schedule, they put me for evening time shifts unless it conflicted with the morning time ones, AE working late nights into early mornings at school days. My morning schedule starts at 7, I have to be up by like 5. Fun times. So, as far as that goes, if they decide to do the same thing this week, I have no idea if that's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover for some schools this week. Chances are, it's going to look the same. You're not going to hear from me for a week until the weekend, in which case, as far as I know, they're trying to give me my Sundays off, so I'll take it. And in which case, I'll do a better job of preparing, because this was just like short notice, everything just falling apart right in front of me, like, hey, officer called out for X reason, we need you to cover. I love my job. I really do. I would be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying some of it. But these are the moments that I kind of wish that, some responsibility was taken on some occasion. But that's just another subject to talk about. Anyway, so a couple of things, now that I mentioned the big major ones. Number one, tomorrow, since there's no Healed by the Blood, I will be playing. But I'm planning on making another one of these to add to the repertoire, because I have about 2 of them to make. So that I could finish up them, at least the primary ones right here. I think that there's... Oh no, there's actually 3 I need to make. Discount on my part. So yeah, building up on this. If you guys are still interested in getting some bracelets, just let me know. I'm still planning on doing that. That is actually a pretty quick project. Half an hour per bracelet. If I get enough built up here to show you guys, I would gladly start making them. All of the proceeds go to charity. Still working out the pricing options, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be an 80-20 split. 80 for charity, 20 for me. So that's number one. Number two, I am still going to do coaching. I have a video that I need to upload, so I will be adding thumbnails to the previous coaching sessions as well as this one, so it'll look nice and fancy on the cover. It was a previous one that I did earlier in the week for Sage. It's a Platinum Cree coaching. He actually did a really good job. I can't even deny it. His positioning was good, but he was talking about an issue that he was having, that he couldn't recognize how to properly engage on a problem that he was having in the match. It's a nice little coaching session. Everybody should be watching it because it's kind of good insight as to what you're supposed to look for when you enter a match, because even I suffer from that. When you're in the heat of the moment on a match that you're just fresh into, doesn't matter how good you are. If you can recognize the problem, great. If you can't, well, you're only human. So, great video to watch. It's actually one of my shorter coaching session videos since I've been back. I am still looking forward to doing them, so if you're in my Discord, which is where you should be if you're going to drop off any VOD review codes, go ahead and do that. Just a short description of what we're looking at, what it is you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to kind of detail that more in the VOD review drop-off section, and we go from there. And third thing, and I just want to let you guys know, I am very thankful. I am very thankful that my YouTube channel is still somewhat up there, still getting some viewership. I haven't checked into exact numbers in a bit, but I do know that I'm still getting viewership, at least in the 10s. Maybe the 20s, maybe the 30s, just depends on the nature of the video. I didn't do a review on Overwatch Classic when they did that little post. I have been playing Overwatch Classic whenever I get a free half hour or an hour or whatever. I haven't been able to do like solid sit down, oh, let me play. Save for maybe one night during the between a schedule change. So it was one of those instances I talked about earlier where it's like, oh, you'll work these evening shifts unless there's a morning shift that conflicts with it, in which case they took me off the evening. So I played. Dude, Overwatch Classic, it's fun. It's fun. I've also had a look at the forums briefly because it keeps popping up on my feed from time to time and everybody complaining about it. Dude, relax. It's a fun game mode. I'm having immense amounts of fun. It's the first time I've actually had fun in Overwatch in a long time. And that's saying something. I very much enjoy Overwatch Classic. I never played base patch Overwatch. Never played Alpha, never played Beta, never played any of the previously released ones. I never played it. Season 4 was my very first introduction into it with friends, and we didn't even play competitively. It was Season 7 that I started playing competitively, but Season 4 was my first introduction into the game, so they already had like 3-4 hero releases. I don't think they've had more than 4. I gotta do my math. There's the sickness. Alright, I'm gonna go before I cough up a lung, but this is just a quick update, everybody. I'll be seeing you tomorrow night, because tomorrow night I finally have off, unless I'm called in for some inexplicable reason, which shouldn't happen. It's literally my only day off, and they're not trying to burn me out, and they're not burning themselves out, so they should be able to keep me off. But yeah, that and Monday evening, as long as nothing pops up for the evening shift. They're probably going to call me for schools, though. So, hey, if they do call me for some schools, that means I come home and I can game in the evening. Throwing that out there. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow evening. Remember, no healed by the blood. We're putting that on delay. I do love and appreciate every single one of you.